right.
We are live. We are live. We are live, mister. Is all your lights on?
Yeah, I have actually got them on.
They're all on. Okay.
Only thing I've just got to make sure that
What have you got to make sure?
I want to make sure this is. I was just trying to have a look and see if there was any last minute extra. You know what, Devout? The movie news these past couple of episodes.
It's a bit dry.
You know,
They're
what's
keeping it away
going
from
on?
us, man. You know, their little birdies are not chirping like they used to. You know, the people that used to tell us all the news and that. It's getting harder. It's getting harder.
You know, to bring relevant and like really decent news. All the shit that I'm seeing nowadays is like, you know, some sort of kind of, you know, where you used to read on the back pages of maybe like the Sun or something like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, just like, you know, tidbit of information going, no, I want the good stuff, man.
Well, we've still got a few. We've still got some good bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Here today. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So, folks, if you've just downloaded, if you just joined us, we are the Flixters. So, Deval and I, we've been doing this now for a while, and we've got episode 337. Deval.
337. Our show is like heaven. That's rubbish, isn't it? It's not like heaven. Trust me, heaven's not like this.
It could be. You know what? We could be putting someone to sleep right now, and they'll be sleeping like as if they're in heaven. All right, okay. So look, folks, stick around for the next 45, 50 minutes. We've got a couple of things that we want to speak about. Got some movie news. We are definitely going to throw in some movie news, all right? And, you know, the usual trailers, anniversary corner, film review, and the usual stuff. So, but before we do that, Devaldo, we are shouting out.
Yeah, I've got a couple of shout outs. One you're going to be very familiar with, Ciel Noir 3. Go check her out on Instagram. Really, really great friend of the show.
Yes.
She's going to be coming onto the show at some point this year.
Wicked.
Hopefully in August. She does have a connection to a film that's coming out in August.
Yep.
A film that we've been looking forward to for a long time. Called, what's it called again? Where the kids are running like that again? I don't know why I want to say Sinners, but it's not Sinners. It's Weapons. Yeah, Weapons.
And that movie, man, is just it's crazy. When you go see the trailer,
it looks mad.
It's a mad one.
It looks mad. The other day I ran for the bus like that. The bus went. The bus was gone. He saw me running to him like this. But no, so Sinners has got Josh Brolin and Julie Garner, Silver Surfer. But come on, think about it. If you saw people running if you saw, yet alone kids, if you saw anyone running towards you like this,
you'd flip and get out of the way, man.
What are you going to do? Look at it. How is this?
How crazy does that look?
When they get to you, what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to do when they get to you? After this, oh man. Well, yeah, big shout out to Ciel Noir 3. Go give her a shout out on Instagram. Second shout out goes to Renata. She's a new listener of the show. Loves her movies. And also loves documentaries as well. So she may like one of the documentaries that we speak about today.
Yeah.
So
do we know where Renata is from?
She's from Lithuania.
Oh, yes. The reason why is because I was going to say, like, I knew a Renata from Hungary. So I was thinking maybe you know, it could have been from Hungary, but yeah, Lithuania, brilliant. I love that.
So big shout out to her, new listener. Welcome to the Flixters.
Welcome to the show, Renata. I hope you enjoyed the show. All right, okay, Devaldo. Look, let's get into movie news just here for a moment.
Yes.
Now we spoke a little bit about Mia Goth on last week's show, and there was I just found it so strange, man. I just have to. The Tudum event, which is out on Netflix, Mia Goth came out alongside Guillermo del Toro and Oscar Isaac. They were showcasing Frankenstein. And you know, like how they read off the teleprompter? It was so awkward, right? So there's Oscar Isaac is saying something. Then Guillermo del Toro is saying something, and then she's got a mic and she's looking at those two. She's looking at the teleprompter, and then she's fumbling her lines. And I was just like, "Oh, please, this is just so awkward."
I get the feeling they literally, there was no rehearsal. They just turned up and didn't know, like, there was no direction as to what's going on. and they were expected just to know what to do. I think she just was like, "What am I doing?
I'm startled.
No one told me what to do." Yeah, she's just like that goes to show that, obviously, no matter how good an actor you are,
Oh,
you need a bit of rehearsal. You need a bit of a bit of prep
exactly.
time.
And this is why,
You know.
I mean, like like I know obviously a lot of movies, some improvisation happens in movies, but
Yeah,
imagine,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
don't you reckon that would be nerve-wracking? Imagine the director is saying, hey guys, let's just improvise some lines.
yeah.
And you get
But
those
some people like that, Some people are actually good at that. Some people like it,
when you
and
did,
some improv stays in the final cut.
yeah, when you did
Mm.
the Goat Man, was
Yeah.
everything? No, I'm being serious. Was everything like what you wrote down? Was it all? That was it. Or
No, the Goat Man. No, a lot of it was situational,
yeah,
especially with the interviews and stuff. People just told their stories, and it was what it was. And then when the actors went down to basically try and find, not even the actors. Sorry, I shouldn't be calling them actors. When the crew,
yeah.
this is that actual crew that to this day they're lost. No one knows where they are. No one. The crew went down to the dark tunnel to find the Goat Man. They are lost.
Lost.
It's found footage. I found the found footage, put my name on it, and said it was my film.
But okay, so for anyone who's listening new, like this is no joke. You think that we're taking the piss of it? Deval made a movie. This is no joke. So Renata, this is and like Sion Noir, like Deval actually directed.
Yeah.
Like, it's called The Goat Man. Like actually, Deval, is it out? Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
It is on
Yeah.
YouTube, right? Okay.
Who is the Goat Man? That's what it's called. Who is the Goat Man? It's
We've
about
got to do a
not
live.
long. It's like 10 minutes long, I think, something like that.
We got to do one
Yeah.
of those live viewing thing. We
Talk about it on one of our hidden gems one day.
exactly. So yeah, so Mia Goth, she's like, if you've seen Pearl, if you've seen Triple X or X or something, and then there was another one. There's three.
Triple X is the other film that you talk about, but we can't review it
Can't
on this
review
show.
those, no, that's a different type of
Yeah,
movie.
no.
But that
Exactly.
trilogy of horror movies, I didn't even know she was British. I didn't even know, Deval.
Yeah, I think she is, but I don't know if she was born. I think she has spent time in another country, so she's got some sort of dual citizenship or something.
Okay, gotcha.
But I think she has a British accent.
So
so
she's obviously going to get even bigger. We'll wait to see her on Frankenstein. But tell us about this. What was she doing?
Yeah, so she is now joining the cast of Star Wars Starfighter. And that's something that's going to be directed by Sean Levy, and also starring Ryan Gosling, who maybe we'll talk about a bit later as well. But yeah, so this is a Star Wars film that's going to be coming out in a couple of years' time, and it looks like they got another person on the cast. So Ryan Gosling's going to be the lead, I think, and then Mia Goth is also going to be in it as well. Not sure what her character's going to be, but I'm sure we'll find out soon.
Yeah. Did you just kind of on a side note, did you end up watching The Skeleton Crew?
Yes, I did. Did I finish it? No, I didn't finish it. I haven't finished it.
Is he a Jedi?
Jude Law.
Jude Law.
I saw him float something. Yeah, I saw him float something. So I think he's got some sort of
he's force
Jedi
sensitive
kind of
or something.
Force, yeah.
Right. Okay. So is that worth watching?
Yeah, it's like the Goonies, but Star Wars version. So yeah, it's very light.
I may give it a go because after Andor, I'm just thinking, is there another Star Wars thing that I can watch? But I mean, that was the only other thing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So keep an eye on that one. So yeah, watch out for the name Mia Goth. She's going to be in a lot of things. All right. Okay. Let's move on to this. And Deval and I, we've actually spoken about this, a few times on the show. There's been rumors. Denzel Washington, he was interviewed when his Gladiator movie came out, and someone said to him, an interviewer said to him, "So Denzel, we've heard that you could be in, a Black Panther. You could be in the MCU," and he outright said, "Yeah, I'm going to be in Black Panther Part 3." Yeah. Maybe he wasn't supposed to say that. Maybe he jumped the gun a little bit. But now, Devaldo, what do we reckon now? He's going to be in the MCU, right? And
even I believe Ryan Coogler confirmed it himself recently. Yeah. So he's been confirmed. He's going to show up in Black Panther 3, most likely as a villain.
Which is interesting.
Most likely as a villain, which means that most likely he's not going to be in the MCU for long. He might just have a one film deal.
Yeah, dies
I
at
can
the
see
end.
that happening. Yeah, sort of thing. So yeah, because I think I don't know. I can kind of. I hope he doesn't do the same thing he done with Gladiator 2.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't.
hope he's not that. I hope he's not that kind of villain in it. But we'll have to wait and see. Ryan Coogler, he does know how to make good
Yeah,
movies, good heroes and good
yeah,
villains.
true.
So hopefully he'll do that as well. And also another thing with Black Panther, which I'm hearing. I'm not sure if you've heard the same thing, but we've heard that in the comics, Black Panther is actually white. So there's a white Black Panther.
Oh,
There's a white version in the comics that's been revealed recently, and
so I
people are
wonder.
now saying that Ryan Gosling is going to show up in Black Panther
Oh my lord.
as the new Black Panther. But I don't know. I doubt
I
that will happen.
yeah,
I
I don't
doubt
know.
that will happen.
I mean, look, we know that the MCU's flagging a little bit. Oh, by the way,
Mm,
and just on that, I thought, you know what? Let me watch Captain America, the most recent one. And you know what, Deval? Yeah, man, that was just so boring.
yeah. What did you miss it the first time, or is
No,
this the first time watching it?
this is the second
You
time I'm
watched it the
watching
first.
it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I won't even do that.
You know what? I
Mm-mm.
thought, you know what? Let me just
It's not.
see.
Yeah.
You watch a
Give it a
movie,
chance.
yeah,
Yeah.
give it a chance. You
Mm,
know what? You watch a movie in cinema, you think,
yeah.
okay, hang on a
Yeah.
second, and give it a bit of space. I put it on, and you know what,
Mm-mm,
Deval?
mm-mm,
Oh
mm-mm,
my
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
god,
mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm,
this what's going on?
mm-mm. Nah,
Someone on the committee
nah.
must have said, they must have said to Kevin, this movie doesn't work.
Mm,
Like, where
yeah.
does it fit in? And like, maybe they didn't have the balls to just. Well, by that time, they must have pumped like 250
All the
million
money,
in
exactly.
the world in
That's
the
what
whole
those
thing.
films cost, innit? Those
And
films cost 200 million minimum.
minimum, and I feel
Mm,
bad for, like, Anthony Mackie, because I really want him. He was brilliant in the other
mm,
movies, and I really want him to
mm.
own that role. But
He knows it wasn't that good, but
yeah,
he's getting a nice check. Remember, his check gets bigger the more movies he does with them.
yeah, yeah,
Because when he
yeah,
first started out, the check was small, and then it gets bigger and bigger. So he trust me, he's all right. He knows it wasn't that good.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, go check it out. So but you tell us what you think. Denzel
Mm,
Washington in the MCU, folks.
mm,
Is that a hell yeah, or a, maybe, or is it a meh? And he's done villain, like Deval mentioned. He's done
yeah, I want to see
Gladiator.
the Training Day version of him in Black
Oh,
Panther. That would be good.
you
Mm,
know what?
some sort of version like that.
Imagine if there's a connection to
Killmonger, maybe he's
Killmonger.
Killmonger's uncle or something. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Yeah, that would be interesting. Maybe he trained Killmonger, and he's got those bits on his body as well. Remember when he said, "I kill people in Iraq." All over the world. Remember, he took his top off. And he was, he had those little
You
bits on
know
him.
what? You know
Those
what?
little bits.
You know what? I'll be down. I'll be down for that. Let's get Denzel, Training
Mm,
Day Denzel in the MCU. All right,
mm,
petition that. All right, let's do new one streaming. Okay, so before we aired, Deval and I started speaking about
oh
this. So this is
gosh.
newly minted on Amazon Prime. And I will just readily admit this. I started watching this movie. It's called Deep Cover. It's on Amazon Prime. It stars Bryce Dallas Howard. It stars Legolas, aka
Mm,
Orlando Bloom, and it stars, I think his name is Nick Mohammed.
yeah.
Nick Mohammed he's a British actor. He was in Ted Lasso. He was like really good in that and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So Bryce Dallas Howard, she plays a acting teacher, and Orlando Bloom's character, he plays a kind of an actor who takes his job really, really seriously. Just to put it at that, whatever role he gets given, he wants to go method on it, and somehow. In a ridiculous, Devalda is absolutely ridiculous. Sean Bean plays a copper who wants those three, to go undercover and infiltrate a like
Mm,
a gang in London, and
okay.
they have to pretend to be part of this, this kind of really kind of, you know, they're hardened criminals. Those three,
Yeah.
And
Mm.
you know what? You look at the trailer, you think, "Oh, this is a lot of fun," but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't finish the movie.
Couldn't, oh my gosh, what happened?
I
Was it that
just
bad?
it was it
Mm.
was just ridiculousness after ridiculousness after ridiculousness, and then I was just like, I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe it's
Oh
just
my
me. I
gosh.
just can't. I'm just getting older, man. I can't stomach these movies anymore.
It says filming locations. One of the locations they filmed at,
I say,
it says it's on IMDb. It says Mill Hill Broadway Station.
oh my
That's
god,
2 minutes from me.
yeah. And where, Deval, where were
2 minutes
you when
Broadway
they were filming
Station.
that?
I was at home scratching my ass, innit? I didn't know what was going. That's round the corner.
See,
I have to watch the film now to see that
just to see
location.
that location. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I have to see
yeah.
it now.
And it's got like Paddy Considine in it. It's got kind of like,
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
obviously British talent and
It's got
everything.
comedians in there. It's got
Omar Jalali.
Omid Jalali. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
yeah,
comedian.
yeah. He's
Yeah, it's
comedian.
got comedians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like his bit is funny, and like you know what? Look, okay, I'm selling it a bit short. There were a few moments where I chuckled, but then
Okay.
afterwards, I just thought I don't have the time to just go through. I don't want to
Chuckled.
find out the ending. I don't know. So
Mm,
if
mm,
someone out there who's watched it, tell me
mm.
what happens at the end. So that's
Okay.
out on Amazon. Now this next piece, this is out on Netflix. This is Titan. I've seen the kind of the trailer thing that pop up on this on Netflix. By the way, this is Titan, the
Mm.
submersible disaster. And Deval, we watched a movie just very recently. Do you remember about the one where they're stuck in? It had what was that movie? The one where it had Woody Harrelson in it. And
Oh
remember
yes. Oh, that was
off the coast of
oh,
the North Sea,
yes, and
something,
the engineers and they go and fix the pipes,
and
the
they run
gas
out of
pipes and
they run
stuff.
out of air.
Yeah. I can't remember what that was called, but that film, yeah, that was a good
That was a
film.
good film. That was a good film. So tell us
Yeah,
about this
good
one.
film. Yeah, this one's a documentary, and it is basically it's on Netflix, and it basically talks about the Titan disaster. You know,
Mm,
the what do they call it, a submersible,
yeah.
and how it looks like the people behind it, why they wanted to go down to see the Titanic, and the technicalities behind that expedition, and also some of the things that they did wrong, because there
Mm,
was a few things that they did wrong in that, safety aspects, and they skipped over certain things that they
right.
should have done because they wanted to just be explorers and they wanted to take risks and they wanted to do things that no one else was doing. And
Yeah.
there's a reason why people don't really do this that much under the sea. Under the sea, or the deep sea, is less explored than space. The
Wow.
deep sea is a treacherous environment. When you're talking about the pressures,
Yeah.
imagine imagine like 10 elephants all standing on each other,
Mm.
like 10 elephants all standing on each other, and then that force is on your little toe.
Oh God.
Imagine the pressure, and that's a sort of pressures that you're
Yeah.
going to be feeling in those depths. So that vessel has to be beyond strong,
Capsule thing, right?
beyond rigid.
The one
Exactly,
that
but
the
it
one
was.
that always gets me is the when people start talking about the bends, and like when you go up too quickly,
Mm,
so you have to take it in
yeah,
stages,
yeah,
otherwise your body will explode
yeah.
because the
It's
pressure. Yeah,
nitrogen sickness, and they have to go into a decompression
decompression
chamber.
chamber. Yeah,
The bubbles of nitrogen start to bubble up in your system, and yeah, you're right. Your lungs can't take it and they explode. And people don't realize that, even in the atmosphere, we talk about oxygen being very important,
mm.
but in the actual atmosphere is only 21% oxygen, and it's
Mm.
78% nitrogen. And then
Oh,
you've got trace elements of, boron, carbon dioxide, and
yeah,
methane and other stuff. But nitrogen is quite an important element of how the body and things around us, work. Obviously, oxygen is what powers us and gives
yeah,
us our blood and red blood cells, our brain. But all these elements are really important. So yeah, so you have to respect the deep sea. But
yeah,
obviously, that's what happened, and it's a shame. But yeah, this documentary, it's interesting. Give it a
yeah,
watch on
yeah.
Netflix.
It does sound very interesting.
Mm.
You see that, folks who are listening, you get a science lesson as well on the
Every day's a school
Flixters.
day, man. Every day's a
Trust
school
me,
day.
training day, man, all over. All right, okay, so go check out those two. And if you do see them, folks, let us know what you thought about them, and then we can speak about it on next week's show. Please do get in touch and hashtag the Flixters. All right, okay, let's do trailers. Now, this is on Apple TV. This is called The Lost Bus. So, Deval, tell us about this. The Lost Bus.
The Lost Bus. Yeah, this is Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
I never say his name properly. Matthew McConaughey. He is a bus driver. It's a school bus driver. So he's like who's that guy from The Simpsons? And he's always got his headphones in.
Oh yeah.
You know, the guy, the bus driver. He's kind of like that. This is an Apple production, Apple film. It basically explores what went wrong in California's Camp Fire. So there's a big fire in California, the nation's deadliest wildfire in a century.
Oh, and this one just recently.
Well, I don't know if they are. I don't know when this film was made, for example. So I don't know if this film was made in mind of that.
Okay.
Or I don't know, but yeah. So basically, it is kind of like that. It's kind of like that. And basically, our bus driver is, sort of driving, and he hears on the radio, there's people that need help. Can you help them? Like they're reaching out to anyone that's close.
And he was the
and
closest one.
He's not an emergency. He's not a fire driver. Driver. He's not a fire officer.
Yeah.
But he takes the call. He goes to help people, and that's the film. So directed by Paul Greengrass. We know him from Born, isn't it? Yeah, Born, and a lot of that stuff.
Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips, yeah. America Ferrera's in it as well. So this looks like a bit of an action disaster. So it looks interesting. So this is coming out on Apple TV at some point this year. So no exact dates yet, but at some point this year this will come out.
I haven't seen Matthew actually I haven't seen him much. I know that obviously after his kind of Oscar, remember he had that moment, Devaldo, for so many years he was this kind of making
heartthrob, rom-com kind of guy,
and then he wasn't really getting anywhere. And I remember listening to a podcast. He said he goes at some point, he just had to say no. He goes, that was the most powerful thing that he did. He was just like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then the universe listened, and then he got Interstellar. And then you got Wolf of Wall Street, and then you got Dallas Buyers Club, Oscars coming out of his butthole. So this one we'll check out. All right, so that's The Lost Bus. Now the other one, this is now on MGM Plus. So does that mean it's going to be an Amazon thing, Deval? Or is it actually, have they got their own streaming platform?
I think they've got their own streaming platform. Okay. I think, yeah, because I watched another show that was on MGM Plus and it never came out on Amazon.
Okay. So what's this one called? Tell us about it.
Yeah, this one's called The Institute. So this is a show that is like a bit of a horror show.
Yep.
And it is about a young. Well, do you know what? Let me actually summarize this better.
Yep.
Stranger Things.
Okay.
Yeah. 11.
Yes.
Or Elle. You know what she was like in Stranger Things, yeah? You know what they were doing to her.
Yeah.
She had powers, and they were doing tests on her and all sorts of things in some sort of strange institute that was underground. That is this.
Oh, gotcha.
So the institute is basically like L11 or L's story.
Yeah.
On another show.
Right.
It's basically that. It's basically that. So yeah. So they take kids, they experiment, and then these kids have got powers, and then things turn upside down, and things get crazy, and the kids start to fight back.
Man, this is a Stephen King novel.
Yes. So this is in Maine as well. So this is based out of Maine.
Look, it's all, and it's the guy from
not Daredevil. What was he in again?
Punisher.
Punisher, yeah, the Punisher.
He's I think he's British, that guy, or is he British?
That's it.
Yeah, something tells me he is. Okay, so brilliant. So that's out on MGM Plus.
Yep, July 13th. So yep, soon.
Very, very soon. Go check it out, folks. Those trailers are out there for you. And obviously, if you see a trailer or you see a movie that you want us to check out, then let us know. Get in touch with us. Message us. We're always there. You can chat to us on Instagram. let's do now Devaldo Anniversary Corner. Now, this movie, we've chosen it because it's connected to the main film that we're going to be speaking about. So this is from 15 years ago,
Mm.
and it's called Once Fallen, Devaldo.
Yeah, so like Sylvester Stallone said in was it Rocky? He
It's
said, "You
not.
fall down 11 times, get up 12. The world is gonna hit you. The world is gonna do this to you. It's gonna punch you down and punch you down. You gotta get up." So yeah, once falling, you got to get up. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, yes.
But this one is this is a 2010 film. This is a film about life. This is a tough film about life. I'll give you a bit of a synopsis on this film. So, uh, Once Fallen, it is about a person who returns home from half a decade in prison. Determined to change his life, he tries to make peace with his father, who is Ed Harris, the head of an Aryan Brother
Oh,
crew. Yeah, so his dad was the head of the Aryan Brotherhood at the prison, where he was serving a life sentence for murder. So this person, Chance, is released, and then he basically wants to rebuild his life, and but he's also got a debt with the mob.
right.
So when he gets back home, his ex-girlfriend tries to do good. He also meets Taraji P. Henson,
Yep.
who's a friend of the ex-girlfriend, and she basically wants to set him on a path of changing his life around.
Yeah.
So this is about, once fallen, you got to get up, you got to keep moving, you got to change your life around. But it's hard when you've got a past like that. Your dad was the head of the Aryan Brotherhood. You were in prison for all those years
Yeah.
doing Aryan shit. And then you come out and, you got to try and turn that shit around. So
Yeah. How'd you do it?
how do you do it? How does one do it? So yeah, great performance from Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah.
Ed Harris in this as well is very convincing. So yeah, this is one of those films that you don't really hear about, but
No.
it's a good solid film. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of
worth a watch.
reminds me a little bit of American History X, because remember
Mm,
Edward Norton? That's what he's kind of like.
yeah,
In the neo-Nazi Aryan Brotherhood thing. He was in
yeah,
prison.
yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
comes
yeah,
out and
yeah,
he changes his life round. So
yeah, yeah.
interesting similarities over there. All right, okay, so go check that out. That's called Once Fallen, 15 years ago. Find it somewhere, watch it. If you see it, let us know what you think, more importantly, and we can obviously share that. Now, let's get into the main film review. Now, this movie, we chose Once Fallen because it stars Taraji P. Henson, and Taraji P. Henson is the star of this movie, which is a new release. It's out on Netflix. It's called Straw. And so about kind of like similar kind of themes, right? The struggle. There's
Mm-hmm.
someone going through a change in their life, and maybe they don't know how to kind of deal with all those struggles and changes. But it's something that we all go through at some point in our lives. That's about this.
Definitely, yeah. So yeah, this one is starring Taraji P. Henson. This is a Tyler Perry film. So Tyler Perry Studios, you know how he does. He writes and directs all his own
Yeah.
films. And this one, I'll just mention the synopsis real quickly. So a single mother navigates a series of unfortunate events. So she's trying to raise her daughter. She's working two jobs. She's doing the best she can. She's got really difficult life circumstances. Her daughter's got a condition as well. So health conditions, and she's trying to obviously work through that. Makes her daughter's life also challenging with school and other things as well. Also medical bills, all kinds of stuff. She's got a whole bunch, and she's doing it by herself. Where they live, there's challenges there with the neighbors and just the loud music and the conditions. So it's just everything's a struggle.
Yeah.
Everything's a struggle. So basically, it leads her down an unfortunate path where she basically things start to happen that are semi out of her control, and because of her difficult environment and difficult circumstances, she finds herself getting involved in things that she would not normally even think about.
Yeah. Which can happen in real life.
Which can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. So like I said, this stars Taraji P. Henson, who's a sort of she's a gangsterous actor or actress, I should say. Sherry Shepherd, Sinbad, who's like
From
a old
different
school.
world. Sinbad
Yes,
from a different
exactly.
world. Oh my
Sinbad is in
gosh.
this. Yeah, he's in this. You got Tiana Taylor's in this. She's a singer, actress. She's actually with the Lion King guy now, isn't it?
Okay.
The guy that plays the Lion King, he's going to be Green Lantern. The actor,
I
what's his
know,
name again?
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know,
His
I
name
know,
escapes
I
me now,
know.
but you know him, the light
Yes.
skinned brother,
Yeah.
green eyes or hazel eyes or whatever.
Yes.
So
We saw Rebel Ridge.
Yeah, Rebel Ridge. I don't know what the name will come to me. I know
British
all the
guy.
ladies listening to this are thinking, how can you
How
not
can
know
you
his
not
name?
know?
How can you? He's on my screensaver. It's not on
And
mine.
he's a London boy as well.
He's a London guy as well,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Aaron Pierre, that's it.
That's
Just
it.
came back. Yeah, Aaron Pierre. They're the stars. So this one, I'll sort of paint the picture. So like I mentioned, she's going through a lot. Single parent. She's got a daughter. Lots of issues, and money's a big struggle. Money's a massive struggle. The film sort of starts off showing you that the struggle they're going through, and then she goes to work. But first of all, she takes her daughter to school, drops her daughter off at school, and goes to work. And then while she's at work, her boss is really abusive. He's one of those dickhead bosses,
Yeah.
shouting at her. The customers she works as a checkout, like a cashier, like a supermarket. The customers are really shouting at her. Boss is shouting at her. Can't give her a break. So the school calls her. She has to rush to the school because something's happened to the daughter. Boss is like, if you don't come back in half an hour, you're fired, kind of thing. She's like, oh, can I get my check, please? And he's like, what? Get out of here. You ain't getting your check yet. Because she owes her check to her rent. Her rent's late.
Yeah.
So she's got all these issues that she's trying. She's genuinely trying. But as I'm talking about this film, think of Falling Down.
Yes.
1993, Michael Douglas, Falling Down. It's a bit similar but different in that he's sick of the world. The world is just not present. Everything's a lie.
Yeah.
Like remember in that one, he goes to McDonald's or whatever it is, and the burger, he says, I want that burger. When the burger comes, it's like what's that?
It's tiny. It's not what it looks.
It's like everything. He just snaps one day in traffic, and the similar thing happens here. She snaps when everything is going against her, and she's trying to do right. She wants her check to pay for her rent. She wants to help her daughter with school meals and medication, and people are just on her case. So one day at work, as she's in the boss's office asking for her money, it gets robbed. These robbers come in and rob the place.
Yeah.
And as they're robbing the place, again, spoilers, I'm not going to go into massive detail, but I will actually.
Yeah, do it.
As they rob the place, they've got a gun, and she somehow stops them robbing the place, and she gets the gun.
Yeah.
And then she shoots the robber.
Oh.
In self-defense.
Okay.
And then all the money's on the table now, and she's like, she just wants her money, and the boss is shouting at her, saying, "Did you know them? Is this fixed?" Because they knew her name.
Yeah, but how do they know her name?
She's got
because of the name tag.
That's how they knew her name. But he's not listening to that.
Yeah.
So he's shouting, saying, "No, you're fired." She shoots the boss. She shoots the boss.
You shouldn't be laughing, but yeah, okay.
I know. So she shot the robber, which is justified, but then she shoots the boss.
Yeah.
Because he made that moment, she literally snaps.
Yeah.
All she wants is her money.
Yeah.
Just wants her money. So she snaps, she runs out of there. All she wants is her check. She doesn't even take the money. There's thousands on the desk.
She just takes what
she does.
What
the principal is what's owed to her.
Yeah.
She doesn't take the cash. She takes her check. Then she goes to the bank across the road. She says, "Cash my check, please." Even there, they're giving her grief, saying, "Oh, it's closed. Oh, this or that." And she's like, she gets the gun out and says, "Cash my check." All it is $512. That's all she wants.
Yeah.
And that turns into a whole bank robbery now, or supposed bank robbery, because they see her as wanting to rob the bank, but she's not there to rob the bank.
Yeah.
She wants her $500. So it turns into a bigger thing. She takes the staff as hostages, and it just gets messy. The police are involved. Tiana Taylor's a detective. She's involved. She tries to be a negotiator. She connects with her. They have these conversations and stuff like that. And the film, like throughout the film, certain people connect with her, but then she's still like, "No, all I want is my money. I'm just trying to do good by my daughter." So she's just, now and again she snaps. She gets brought down a bit, and the police are. Some police, Tiana Taylor, she's with
on
her.
the side. Yeah, type of thing.
Then the FBI come involved, and FBI like just, you know, obviously they're white, isn't it? So there's
Exactly,
every
they
time
won't
there's going
understand.
to
Yeah,
be like a racial thing, isn't it?
yeah,
So
yeah, of course.
the police, the FBI come in, they're white, like, we gotta get this under control. No, she's a robber. They're just strict, and then they
Yeah,
make her get angry again, and like when she's at the bank, she doesn't shoot anyone, but she's got the gun.
yeah,
She doesn't threaten anyone, but she's got a gun. So that, so as long as police are involved, and the way they see it, it's a threat.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, it doesn't
She's a
matter
criminal, regardless.
what your intentions are
Yeah.
exactly. So things just get worse and worse, and like over time. Also, she's got her daughter's science project in her bag. Because
Oh,
I forgot to say, she got thrown out of her apartment. By the time she got home after going to uh, after she left work for half an hour, she got thrown out. All her stuff's in the street.
yeah. So
So that made her snap.
the
That
worst,
made her snap
not even
even
more, the
more. So she's
worst
like,
day possible,
yeah,
basically.
exactly. The only thing she got from there was her daughter's science project. That's got some
Mm.
sort of flashing light. So while she's in the bank, she's got this in her bag, flashing light. She's got a gun.
It looks
They thought it was a
like,
bomb.
oh,
They thought it was a bomb, so that's why the bomb squad's there. It's
yeah,
mad. Things are out of control. Then she's on telly because someone's got their phone recording it. So she's on telly. Some people love her, some people hate her. It's a madness.
yeah.
But I'm going to get to the end of the story now. So towards the end, I'm going to start trying to negotiate with her. What happens? Something happens. Oh, they get her mum on the phone. They
Okay.
finally get her mum on the phone. Her and her mum's got beef. They ain't got a good relationship. And her mum says to her, she says to her mum, all I'm trying to do is help my daughter. I'm trying to get money for her school. And she's like, what do you mean trying to help your daughter? Your daughter died last night.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like, so the start of the film, that's the big twist. The start of the film, we see her wake up with her daughter. They're in bed. They wake up and she takes her daughter to school and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And then when her mum says to her, what do you mean? Your daughter died last night. And then she's like, then it's like the realization kicks in. And then the flashbacks go to the start of the film where she's in bed with her daughter, but really she's not.
Oh,
She thinks she snaps. Her snap happened before that. We didn't realize. So her daughter's not there. She takes she takes no one to school. So her car's empty. She takes what she thinks is daughter to school, and it makes you realize because she waves at the head teacher, and the head teacher's like,
what's she waving?
Exactly.
Yeah. Why?
So the head teacher's speaking, why are you here?
Yeah.
And she's obviously taking her daughter to school.
Yes.
So it's like and then we see a moment of her walking from the hospital where her daughter's died, and she's just like a zombie. It hasn't kicked in.
Yes. So this is like PTSD.
All this time, she didn't accept her daughter was dead. So she's doing this for someone. That. Yes, that was a good twist in this. So until then, the film was kind of like, but then this was like, oh my, and you really feel for her.
Yeah.
The way she acts, and she realizes, like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
she's dead. I got nothing.
Yes.
I got and the sadness,
and she
it hits
you. Sadness, man.
She's a really good actress. Yeah, she's the whole time she's angry. Then she's just like she gives herself in, and then literally,
what? She's in prison.
No, you don't see. It doesn't go that far. I think the film doesn't want to make her, even though she has actually technically she has killed two people. One in self-defense, but then she did kill her boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she did hold the bank up.
So
she can't get away from that. But the film didn't want to show those consequences. But as soon as they put her in the police car, credits.
Now, okay, would it have been too bleak? Do you reckon there's a cut of the movie where Tyler Perry's like, you know what? She finds out that her daughter's died before, and then Taraji P. Henson, she kills herself. Would that be too bleak?
Yeah, I think that'd be too dark.
Think about it. Like, she's killed two people. She's robbed. She hasn't really robbed a bank, but
held up the bank.
She's going to go to prison for a long time.
Yeah, she should. Yeah, and
So,
I think there'd be an interesting spin-off if they do a part 2 where she's in prison, and she's like a bit of like like Orange is the New Black kind of vibes, where she's in prison with people. And she might try and help people, similar to what happened with Once Fallen. It's like she's now, because with Once Fallen, she's like a friend or social worker type character, but now she's on the other side as a criminal, helping other women who've come into prison who have had hard lives, maybe. that could be a spin-off in the future. But yeah, the film was very average until that moment, and then I thought, oh shit, like I did not see that coming.
No.
I did not see that coming.
And you know what?
No.
Like this situations
It's the
like
last
this.
straw.
That's the last
The
straw.
straw that broke the camel's back. That's what it. I
Yeah.
think that's what it's about. Yeah.
But shit like this happens, Deval. Like we
Yeah.
read about
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
man. People just kind of, they're dealing with trauma, PTSD, and everything. Wow, interesting. Sounds. You know what? Up until that point, I was like, okay, this kind of sounds like a bit of a run of the mill Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah, it's filmed in 4 days.
Wow.
This film is an hour and I want to say 50 minutes long.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah,
it was filmed in 4 days.
This guy, he does not mess around, is he?
It was almost they almost treated it like a theatre piece. It was filmed in 4 days, really quick. He turns his films around quickly. That minimizes the budget.
Yes.
That means that more pay can go to the actors and crew, and it just less. It's just, I think makes it cheaper, maybe.
Yeah, imagine getting that phone call. Hey, Taraji, look, it's Tyler here. We're making a movie, and we're going to be done in 4 days. Okay, sign me up. Yeah. I'll do it.
Exactly. You can do other stuff. You're not bound by a 2-3 month time out. Do you know what I mean? So
days. I mean, they might be long days, but you know what? Hey, do it. I would do it. You might have to work 15, 16 hours a day or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, it's worth a watch on Netflix. It's worth a watch. People think Tyler Perry films are always a certain way, and it has that kind of stereotype. But I've not really seen many of them myself, so the stereotype hasn't really stuck with me. So when I watched this, I kind of watched it with a clean mind. But she carries the film. Obviously, she's good. So
she's always been good though, man. Like in a lot of stuff. And Tyler Perry, he's done other. I've seen a couple of things that he's done, and I'm pretty sure he's done and I saw him in he acts as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, we saw him in what was he in? He was in Cross. Remember Cross?
Yes.
Cross. That came out a few years ago, didn't it?
According to Wikipedia, his net worth is estimated to be 1 billion.
Yeah.
This guy ain't messing around, man.
He's got his own studio, isn't it? Like his everything's all
in-house.
Which is good.
This is all in-house. Yeah. All right, so we need to make friends with Tyler. All right, so folks, that is it. That is the end of the show. We said it was going to be a short and sweet one on this week's episode. So that is Straw. Go check it out. And remember, if you do watch the movie, please do leave us a review. And the best way for you to leave us a review, your own review, is to just kind of get in touch with us on the Flixters on our Instagram page. Message us.
Instagram.
That's it. Do it. Or on our YouTube page.
Or on YouTube, or on I think Spotify or Apple. Anywhere you can put it on, just put it on. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. And so Deval, so that brings us to the end of the show. But before we go, just a recap of what's coming up next. We've got some big movies heading this month. I know we've got a Jurassic movie coming up pretty soon, haven't we?
Early next month, yeah. So tickets for Superman, Fantastic Four, and Jurassic Park are available now, so you can book those films. But next week we're going to be watching 28 Years Later.
Got to.
So that's happening next week. And then I think soon after that we have the F1 movie.
Yes.
Brad Pitt and Damson Idris. I think that, and then after that is Jurassic Park, I believe. In between that, Megan 2.0, if that's your kind of thing.
Yep.
So I think those are the sort of current releases that are coming out soon.
Yeah. Right, keep it locked with the Flixters, folks, and we will be there talking about these films. So, all right, see you on the next one.
Yeah. All right, peace out.